Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be showing you guys how I did the watercolor method to get this medium to dark cherry look, and the link to the hair that I used will be in the description box below. So in order to lighten the hair, I used the BW2 powder in the 40 volume developer. There isn't any specific measurements, but I poured at least 5 scoops of the powder into the bowl, and I just kind of poured the developer as much as I can to get it as creamy as possible. There's like literally millions of YouTube videos to show you how to do this. Once I actually started doing the bleaching process, I actually had to keep adding powder and developer because it was a lot of hair, so my bad guys. So as you can see, I went ahead and poured the bleach onto the wig. I learned this method from the YouTuber herself, Argan, and I'll put that direct link in the description box as well. But there isn't any specific way to pour the bleach. You kind of just want to make sure you're getting all of the hair. You don't want any black strands because, girl, that'll look a mess. So you want to make sure that you're moving as quickly as possible. This stuff does get hot after a while because these are chemicals and you don't want to burn your fingers off. So please have some gloves. Once I was done putting the bleach onto the hair, I wrapped the hair into foil and I let it sit for about 15 minutes. The foil just speeds up the process of the bleaching. Now that the hair was ready, I went ahead and rinsed the hair out with lukewarm water. You don't want it to be too hot, too cold. And you just want to make sure you get every ounce of bleach out. Now that the hair has been fully rinsed out, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my purple shampoo. And this just removes the brassiness of the hair due to the bleach. So now that I got done rinsing the hair, I went ahead and grabbed my bucket. I filled it about less than halfway with hot water, and this is basically how much I put in there. And once you get done filling it up, I added my medium cherry brown dye. I used about, I used about basically the whole bottle. I didn't have a whisk, so I used what I had in the house. No, I don't cook with this, but it did the job just as well. So I went ahead and added my copper brown dye as well. This is a little bit brighter than the cherry brown, so I didn't add as much, and you just stir until it gets done. Now that I'm done mixing the dye, I just went ahead and pat dried my wig, and now I'm going to start the dipping process. That is literally all you're doing is dipping the hair in and out of the dye / water, hence watercolor method. You don't have to worry about the dye getting into the lace because once you actually rinse the hair again, it should come out. And if you decide to bleach the knots again, that's fine, but it shouldn't stain the lace. So here I am rinsing out the hair one more time. I do this to try to get the excess hair dye to come out, and I went in with my coconut milk conditioner. There's not a certain amount that I use. I just kind of overdo it because I just love conditioner, and I let it sit for about 10 minutes. Once it was done, I rinsed it, blow dried it, added some oil, and this is the result. Now, it came out to be like a burnt orange, and I was going for more like a dark cherry look. So I went back to the store, and I got the wild cherry hair dye as well as the mahogany hair dye. So I went ahead and used about less than half of the wild cherry hair dye. I didn't want to use too much because I knew it was pretty bright, and I was going for a more darker tone. So I went ahead and used the whole bottle of the mahogany, and I just kept mixing for about 2-3 minutes. I grabbed my wig one more time, and I basically did the dipping process, and again it's literally just dipping the hair in and out of the water / dye. So once I was done dipping the hair, I of course did the rinsing method, and that was basically rinsing it, adding the conditioner again. I went ahead and pat dried it, and I added my oils and blow dried it. So this was the before, and this was after. Not the Bigen, the Bigen. Oh!